Hello, welcome to Mama Mosey Tarot. If you're seeing me, it's probably for a reason. No captions, no hashtags, no trending sounds. A little bit of a goofball everywhere, though. I have the Alleyway Tarot, and we're going to see what it is you need to know. Charity. So we had the Five of Pentacles come out, and this card isn't necessarily usually about charity, but in this deck it is. It's a card of charity. You're being called to be charitable. Making connection and being charitable. And it's more like in being charitable, you're taking on others' burdens, and you have to know that. You have to know that when you're asking your friends, hey, is there anything you need to talk about? You're kind of letting them know, I have the time and emotional energy to take on your burdens, or a little bit of them. So hit me. Ooh, the High Priestess. So she came out in reverse, though. Now, usually when cards come out in reverse, I take that to mean that there's something that's preventing this from being upright. It might be that you're having trouble connecting. Sounds weird, I know, but I'm getting a feel of like you're having trouble connecting. And so just connection, not necessarily to do your High Priestess thing, not to solve it, but just helping to help. Just like whatever they need. However you can do it. So we just had 3 cards come out. And you might be seeing black spots in your periphery every now and then. Shadows moving and such. Specifically on the right side. Taurus, Four of Cloaks, and the Hermit. So this Hermit is kind of about being on your own and being like, okay, well, I'm going to make the most of this time. Not being like, well, I miss everybody, I'm so lonely. It's like, well, I did always want to do that thing. So this is not necessarily taking joy in your aloneness, but taking advantage of it. Because we've got Taurus, which is very, very stubborn energy, and then the Four of Cloaks, which is kind of more like, I get like elopement or like a little bit more religious tones with this, but like secret meetings, small groups. So just don't make it all like big. It's not charity in that, okay, I'm going to donate 20 bucks to this charity and then we're done here. This is a donating of your time and energy. With this Nine of Pentacles, this is not necessarily that she's got money, but she's got everything she needs. She has the knowledge, she has the drive, she has the intention, and she has the magic. And with that High Priestess card coming out, I think you might have been putting a little bit too much pressure on yourself to help others with that specific magic side. So it's being taken away from you. Not taken away from you, but your higher self seems to be blocking it so that you can get more nitty-gritty and ground and pound with it, right? Personal. And then we've got Scorpio coming out in reverse. Really, really kind of holding yourself and your judgments back when you are doing this helping. You're not helping to necessarily get somebody so riled up because you're on their side and you just want to get them fired up to do shit. This is a supportive listening and okay, well, you have that problem. Do you have a solution? What's the solution? Don't have a solution yet? Okay, let's figure it out together. This is not to focus on the problem. This is not to hurt anybody else. This is not to down anybody else. This is to help uplift. And I have to say, you're not alone. Don't feel alone. If you feel like you've been abandoned by somebody, you're not. You have not been. They're just being quiet and letting you do your thing, seeing what you've learned. Seeing if you can be flexible. Okay. The Chariot, so you can return home victorious. They're watching. And this being separated from your, it's like when Arya went through her training in Game of Thrones, when she went through her training with the Faceless Men, and they took away her sight so that she had to rely on other senses. So she had to rely on other senses. She had to be supremely present in her body so that she could feel things that were happening around her. She couldn't be in her head so much. I think this is what's happening for you. I think you've been very connected as a High Priestess, but I think so much so that it's kind of weakening your earth legs a little bit, if that makes sense. And you need to get back to reality. Oh, there goes Grim. Yeah. So the Emperor came out, and this is a card of taking care of what you need to take care of, no matter how it looks to others. So it might look like, oh, well, I guess she wasn't psychic after all. You know you are. It doesn't matter what anybody else sees, and when you make this triumphant return, people will see that there's a reason that you got down in the fucking dirt. And why you didn't just rely on other gifts. And I think you're going to see it too. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Alleyman. There are going to be some truths that are shown to you in doing this work that are not going to be pleasant. But the harder you fight against acknowledging these truths, the deeper those teeth are going to go into your psyche. I wanted to say arm. See what you see and acknowledge it. And change it if it needs. But this is not a fight for aggression. This is a fight for advancement. So you don't, it's not tearing others down so that you look better. This is not tearing others down so that you look better. This is you learning how to be better. Bottom of the deck, we got the 3 cups. This is a card of celebration. This is a card of celebration and friendship, of course, but on top of that, we have the World and the 8 of Wands. So this is 100% coming towards you, quick, fast, and in a hurry. There's going to be some opportunities coming up. I go and movement with Ariel, the Tempest, and then the World beyond it. So this is very, very quickly pushing you into the world and possibly into connections that you need to make, into soul family connections. I'm going to go through a little bit more, see if there's anything. Oh, it's going to be hard though. So we got the 5 of Wands, and this is a card of conflict. You see how they're all trying to do their own thing. They're not necessarily fighting with each other, but they are getting in the way of each other. It might be something like that. So keep in mind that I said that this is not about aggression. This is not about proving yourself over somebody else. This is about proving more to yourself. That's all, okay? And, of course, helping those that need help. But advancement is the goal, not retribution, not vengeance, not violence. Advancement. Ooh. Okay. So we've got the 10 of Swords and Libra. There's going to be some shit that's going to keep you up at night to hear, but you're going to have to sleep anyway, is the fucking straight up message I'm getting from this. There's going to be some things, the 10 of Swords, these burdens that are going to very, very much hurt. But with this Libra in balance, I think if you can approach this not necessarily emotionally, but with an air of, it fucking sucks, but we're not living it anymore. We have to get away from it. So I think if you can understand the wounds that those that you're helping might be dealing with, I think if you can help them move. Now you see how these swords are falling, but if you turn it like this, it looks like they're chasing her. I think if you can help these people in the way that you are want to do, to actually help, to actually make things better, I think you will end up helping them right the wrongs, get used to the small things again. That card isn't a card of respite, but it is small movements for a planned future. Okay, it is hope for the future. You don't plant seeds if you expect you're not going to be around for their growing. Usually, this is an acceptance and a moving forward. Yeah. So this is, with this, there might be a call to return to family for some people, but in either case, it is a call to return to the naivety and happiness of childhood and the acceptance. You see how he's giving Eeyore a present, and they never dogged Eeyore for being depressed. They were just like, okay, well, he's depressed. We know we got to get him out of the house, though. That might be a help. But then we've got the Lovers here. So this Lovers is a card of complete acceptance, the good, the bad, the ugly, knowing somebody fully and accepting them. So I think if you can help these people come to terms and grips with what happened to them and the fact that it's not still happening, and help them move forward out of the space that they're in reality, realistically, physically, I think this will really, really help. And I think it will lead to you getting any sight back that you might not have now. I really hope this helped. You guys have work ahead of you. Love you. I had to record again because I set it down without looking at the bottom of the deck. You had another world at the bottom of the deck. That's going to lead to the world. It's going to be some fucking work. Do it. I love you.